Hi students, welcome to the 8th grade physical science class. Today we are going to see a new lesson, matter. Before we get into the lesson, an interesting 1 minute reading for you all. Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev was a chemist of genius, first class physicist, a fruitful researcher in the fields of hydrodynamics, meteorology, geology, certain branches of chemical technology, and other disciplines adjacent to chemistry and physics, a thorough expert of chemical industry. Mendeleev found that the chemical elements were arranged in order of increasing atomic weight at a recurring pattern or periodicity of properties within groups of elements. In his version of the periodic table of 1871, he left gaps in places where he believed unknown elements would find their place. He even predicted the likely properties of three of the potential elements. The subsequent proof of many of his predictions within his lifetime brought fame to Mendeleev as the founder of the periodic table. Learning objectives of this lesson. After completing this lesson, you will be able to know about the types of matter, know the symbols of various elements, classify elements into metals, nonmetals, and metalloids, compare the properties of metals and nonmetals, acquire knowledge about compounds of solids, liquids, and gaseous state, know about the uses of compounds in daily life. Introduction of this lesson. In the universe, all manifestations, phenomena, and evaluation of life are caused by matter and energy. The various objects which exist around us are made of some kind of matter. We perceive some of these objects through our senses like sight, touch, hearing, taste, and smelling. A glass tumbler can be seen, agarbatti burning can be recognized by its smell, whereas wind blowing can be felt. All kinds of matter possess mass and occupy space. Of course, some are heavy and some are light. Matter. Matter can be defined as anything which occupies space or volume and mass and can be perceived by our sense. Matter is classified as physical and chemical classification. The physical classification further classified into solid, liquid, gas. Let's see some examples of solid, liquid, gas. Solids, substance like wood, stone, sand, iron, etc. Liquids, substance like water, milk, fruit, juice, etc. Gases, substances like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, steam, etc. How the matter is composed. Matter in any physical state is composed of smaller particles such as atom, molecules or ions. Molecules are also made up of atoms of same or different kinds. Hence, atoms are the building blocks of matter. Let's see that what is meant by atom, molecules and ions. Atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which exhibits all the properties of that element. It may or may not exist independently but takes part in every chemical reaction. Molecules. Atoms of the same element or different elements combine to form a molecule. A molecule is the smallest particle of a pure substance, element or compound, which can exist independently and retain the physical and chemical properties of the substance. Ions. Atoms or group of atoms having a charge, that means positive or negative, are called ions. Symbols. A symbol is an image, object, etc. that stands for some meaning. For instance, a dove is a symbol of peace. Similarly, we denote mathematical operations by symbols. For example, plus denotes addition, minus denotes subtraction, etc. In the same way, in chemistry, each element is denoted by a symbol. Writing out the name of an element every time would become too troublesome. So, the name of an element is represented by shortened form called as symbol. Symbol of elements. Let's see some symbols. First one, Greek symbols. The symbols in form of the geometrical shapes were those used by the ancient Greeks to represent four basic elements around us, such as earth, air, fire, and water. Alchemist symbol. In the days of alchemists, the different materials that they used were represented by the above mentioned symbols, while they tried to change less valuable metal into gold. The process was called alchemy, and the men who did this work were known as alchemists. Talden symbols. In 1808, John Talden, English scientist, tried to name the various elements based on these pictorial symbols. These symbols are difficult to draw and hence they are not used. It is only of historical importance. Berzelius symbol. In 1813, John Jacob Berzelius devised a system using letters of alphabet rather than signs. The modified version of Berzelius system follows under the heading System for Determining Symbols of the Elements. So he is an important person. Now let's see that present system for determining symbols of the elements. The symbols of the most common elements, mainly non-metals, use the first letter of their English name. I'll tell few examples. Boron, the symbol is B. That carbon, symbol is C. That sulfur, a symbol is S. Kindly go through this table column. If the same of the element has the same initial letter as another element, then symbol uses the first and second letter of their element name. For example, argon, arsenic, both are starts from A. So argon symbol is AR, arsenic symbol is AS. So first letter in uppercase and the second letter is in lowercase. Some symbols are used on the basis of their old names or Latin name of an element. For example, copper, the Latin name is cuprum, the symbol is Cu. Silver, argentinum, the symbol is Ag. Gold, a Latin name is aurum, the symbol is Au. Then lead, symbol is Pb, and antimony, the symbol is Sb. Kindly go through this tabular column. Some elements are named using name of country, scientist, color, mythological character or planet. For example, Americium symbol is Am, the name derived from America. Europium symbol is Eu, its name derived from Europe. Nobelium symbol is No, is derived from Alfred Nobel. Iodine symbol is I, derived from violet color. Mercury, a symbol is Hg, is a god of Mercury. So plutonium symbol is Pu, is derived from Pluto, that means the planet. Neptunium, a symbol is Np, is derived from Neptune, that is planet. That uranium also is derived from Uranus planet. Symbol for the element. While writing a symbol for an element, we should adhere to the following method. If the element has a single English letter as a symbol, it should be written in capital letter. For elements having two letter symbols, the first letter should be in capital followed by small letter. What is the significance of the symbol of an element? Symbol of an element signifies name of the element, one atom of the element. For example, the symbol O stands for element of oxygen. That means one atom of oxygen. Elements. An element can be identified as metal or non-metal by comparing its properties with the general properties of metals and non-metals. In doing so, we find that some elements neither fit with the metals or with non-metals. Such elements are called semi-metals or metalloids. So elements are classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids based on their properties. Let's see one by one. First one is metals. Metals are used for making tools, machines, cars, utensils, etc. Some of the common metals used are iron, copper, silver, gold, lead, zinc, aluminium, magnesium, nickel, chromium and mercury, etc. Let's see the physical properties of metals. First property is physical state. Metals are solid under normal conditions of temperature and pressure. Mercury is a liquid at room temperature. Elements cesium, rubidium, francium and gallium become liquid at or just above room temperature. Hardness. Most metals are hard. The exception here is sodium and potassium, which is soft enough to be cut by a knife. Osmium is so hard that can scratch glass. Luster. All metals are shiny. The typical sign of metals is called metallic luster. All metals have typical metallic luster. Calcium is an exception. Fourth property is density. Metals generally have high density. Sodium and potassium have exceptionally low density. Melting point and boiling point. Metals in general have high melting point and boiling point. Sodium, potassium, mercury and gallium are exceptions. Tensile strength. Metals have the capacity to withstand strain without breaking. This property is called tensile strength. It is the property that asks the use of iron for the construction of railway tracks. Zinc, arsenic and antimony are exceptions. Seventh property is a malleability. Metals can be hammered into very thin sheets. This tendency of metal is called malleability. Aluminium makes use of this property to transform into silvery foils. Ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metal is called ductility. Example, copper wires. Conductivity. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Silver and copper are very good conductors of electricity. However, bismuth and tungsten are poor conductors. Sonorous. On being hit, metals produce a typical sound. Hence, they are said to be sonorous. This property is being used in making temple bells. Uses of metals. Iron is used for making bridges, engine part, iron sheet and bars. Copper is used for making electrical wires, coins and statue. Silver and gold are used for making jewels in decorative purposes and photography. Mercury is used in thermometers and barometers because of its high density and uniform expansion at different temperature. Aluminium is used in electrical wires, cables and in aerospace industries. Lead is used in automobile batteries, X-ray machines. Recap of this lesson. Students, today we discussed matter and compound and solid, liquid, gases and metals and metal properties and metals uses. Students, an interesting follow-up activity for you all. Strike a metal utensil with a metal spoon. Note the kind of sound emitted. Now strike a piece of wood and glass cup with the same spoon. Do you find a difference in the kind of sound produced? Write the report. What is your observation? Then this one is a think critically. Find the reasons for the following questions based on the metal uses. So we will meet the next part of this lesson. Thank you, students.